Hello and welcome to Stars Without Number, episode 7. To the 4 people that are still watching this, I hope you enjoy this evening's session. Also to Hippo, who is probably going over this to find out what happened last week. Hi, Hippo! Alright, without further
Hello.
ado, Hippo, lead us onwards to victory. Also, tell us what was in the box.
All
We're
right.
20 minutes early and you still managed to start late.
So I'm gonna open this up first by saying to those 4 people that are still watching, I am having an allergy attack currently from seasonal allergies. So if I sound a little funny and it sounds like I have a tissue stuffed up my nose, that's precisely it. So otherwise, for the sake of me downloading stuff to my laptop, does somebody else want to do the recap?
Previously on Stars Without Number.
All right, doesn't matter. The downloading's done. All right. Uh, let's see.
I'm bored. Let's shoot at a cop. What's in the box? It's Mac's corpse.
Alright. The body of Dash was successfully recovered. The still living body, despite being in a container shaped like a coffin. The gang had to make their way through this port to get back to the ship and escape the authorities. With the help of Mr. Smiles, they were able to find a safe way back to their ship via means of a very violent coup with a very rather violent mercenary group storming down and taking over the place. So right now you guys are currently in possession of cargo provided by Mr. Smiles. He has given you rudder charts so that you can spike drill your way over to, I gotta pronounce this, Etstagune. Etstagune. Yeah, we'll go with the second one. Etstagune.
The pronunciation
System.
is going to vary between sessions.
Oh yeah.
Or every time you just try to tell it.
Yeah, some of these I have no idea. Good lord. I think that was like 3 vowels in a row. Okay, that'll be fun. You guys don't need to know about that one yet.
France laughs at you.
Yes, France laughs at me. France will always laugh at me. Alright, so where we last left off, you guys made it back onto the ship. A couple people decided to get drunk. Timothy decided to try to find a way into Mr. Smiles' crate. It was unsuccessful. It was very well sealed. Dash is currently in the med bay with Dr. Freeman. Everybody else is out and about in the ship. So as it stands, you are currently, I believe you just left dock with the space station above Hesione 6.
Okay.
So, Dash, you wake up, your eyes flutter open, and you feel very claustrophobic. It's quite dark. Quite, let's go
Ash
with...
is literally AFK.
Yep.
God damn it.
Don't start with me.
I didn't read it. Alright.
Well, he's in a box,
Alright, he's sleeping peacefully.
and I have him sedated, and I'm tending to his wounds.
Alright, so you got him out of the box. That's boring.
Well, no, I opened the lid. I did not say I removed him from the box.
But the box is open.
Well, the box is open, but he's still
That's
in
the
it.
boring part.
Well, that means I can close it again.
No, just leave it open. It'll be easier.
Go on,
close
Hippo.
it.
Box his ears.
Box. Sorry, this background.
Okay.
Okay. A tuna was brought, I believe, or something.
What?
Don't worry about it. Yes, the head of a tuna.
Is your internet
so-
a bit intermittent, Hippo? Because you're kind of
Am
pulsy.
I cutting it? Well, I'm on push to talk.
Ah.
Does it sound weird?
Not right now. You did a little
try,
bit earlier.
yeah, try pushing.
I'm
Yeah, it's fine.
leaving it on. Okay. Yeah, it might. I'll just try to keep the button down for slightly longer.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys don't have any more things to do in the Hesiod system, you guys can head to the edge of the gravity well and go ahead and make your spike.
Spike jump.
He died.
Dead.
Cut out at that
He
last
cut
part.
early.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to fucking voice activated. I'm not sniffly. So yeah, if you guys, what do you guys want to do? Hang around in the Hesiod system? Maybe see any space stations or anything like that? If there's anything I can be bothered to come up with on the spot, or do you want to make your spike jump to the ASPS system for refueling?
After my drunk ass gets out of bed, I want to gather everybody for a box opening ceremony.
We're not opening the box.
We are opening the box.
No, the specific instruction is do not open the box.
And that's exactly why we're going to open the box.
No.
I think we should have a democratic vote on opening the box.
No.
That just means I get to vote for the rest of the crew.
I have sedatives, you know.
You just want to carry an unknown box on your ship. Could contain anything.
That is what we do.
It could be
Or
chemical
smugglers.
weapons in there, or your mom.
Well, whatever it is, it's best left in the closed box. Much like Dash.
Ha ha!
Alright, are there any stations in the system that I can see?
Let's go with. Let me pull up my little info sheet on it.
Roll for random encounters.
There's nothing random in this universe.
Okay.
I'm gonna say nothing that, for my sake, there's nothing that catches your eye, unless you want to go to like a space diner or something.
Are there any cutting tools on this ship?
Maybe.
Can I inquire with the crew as to where there might be some cutting tools that I require?
Well, you'd have to find the crew and ask.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Alright.
As soon as Timothy leaves the cargo hold, I lock the door.
You're not in the cargo hold.
Oh, I lock it for. Well, I'm in the med bay. I go to the cargo.
You're gonna log it from the med bay.
No, I'm gonna go to it and lock it.
Uh-huh.
How do you know to do that?
I am dubious, Commando.
How does your character know that my drunk ass has gotten out of bed and decided that the first thing of business in the morning is I'm going to ask the crew if they've got any cutting tools
Okay, it's true.
for reasons.
During that whole escapade last session, like, I have security cameras apparently, but I haven't been looking at them because I don't know if anything's going on.
Ah, you've just found the crux of the problem with security cameras.
Yep.
That's what you get for not having a limited AI on your ship.
I didn't even know I could buy that.
I'm pretty sure it's not something you can buy.
Probably out of our budget, anyways.
All right. So yeah, there aren't any space stations of huge importance unless you want to stop at one of the smaller ones, maybe grab a bite to eat or something. Otherwise, I believe it is going to be another 6-day journey to the next system.
Plenty of time for me to inquire with various crew members about cutting tools.
Yep, it'll actually be a 6.5-day trip because it's about 6 hours to the edge of the gravity well of the Hesiod system, and then once you make it to the Aspia system, you'll have another 6 hours to Aspia 3, the habitable planet.
Alright, then I'll just ask the crew and the rest of the stowaways if they want to get something to eat before we leave.
I need to pull up your crew list. I should really have these on a list stapled to my forehead. Anybody in the not crew category want to stop at a space station or anything?
Nope, I know what
Unless
I want
any
to
of
do.
them have
I'm on a
unless
mission.
any of them have unless any of them have medical supplies, I'm not interested.
Well, you say that, but Sunstorm does have a massive amount of medical supplies on the ship.
Yes, I know. I'm in the medbay.
No, I mean as in he's carrying cargo.
He's trying to help you.
Okay, good call. No.
So the rest of the crew look at you, Sam, and one of them just kind of perks up. It's Astein. Just looks at you and just kind of goes like, "Well, we didn't really have much time on the planet. I think I bought like one dumb little knickknack, and now we're back here. Is this gonna be a common thing?"
It's complicated. I'd rather do this. One of our passengers got myself in trouble with the local authorities, but now, as it seems, those authorities have been dissolved. So I am just trying to figure out my next move.
All right. Well, asks Uritz, where are we going, and how are we getting there, and what are we doing?
We're running some cargo to a system that's been off of the constellation for a while. That is off of the constellation. Just as a favor.
Dwayne gives you a raised eyebrow look. We're not jumping blind, right?
No, I've got course marks.
How old are their rudders?
How old are the rudders, by the way?
So you would have to first plug them into the computer and find out.
Alright, then didn't I do that last time?
I don't remember.
I thought I did.
If so, then I will tell you. Let's just say yes, you did. All right. So you pull them up onto a little display pad, and show Dwayne. The course maps are roughly. This was actually something that I was looking up. I'm totally prepared. I swear. Base, where are you? I'll just go to ship crises first and scroll down. Nope, scroll up. Okay. At some point, this document will actually show me.
A quick question.
Yeah.
Does Dash have any defining scars on him? Like anything that would give him away as him?
You would have to ask
No.
Mag when he comes back.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Yep, he's
Oh.
still got his baby smooth skin.
His scars
No,
are all
plastic
emotional.
surgery is amazing on some planets.
Pulling up the rudder on the data pad shows that it is a little more than 5 years old. Dwayne kind of looks at you, just goes, that's going to be a little bit of a tough jump, right?
I know.
All right. So, what's this? Is he the one that caused all those boots to come scrambling down the space elevator? Is that why we're pulling a favor for them?
Yes.
Fair enough, I suppose. Dwayne looks at the rest of the guests on your ship that are currently present, which is pretty much everybody but... Actually, I'm not sure who. Anybody who happens to be in the meeting that is not Timothy falling asleep in the cargo bay. Pretty much Dwayne just looks at you guys and says, you know, maybe this will help persuade people to not get in trouble, and we won't have to pull random favors for random power-hungry warlords or whatever. What's in that cargo, anyways?
I didn't ask.
Probably for the best.
And for the record, the reason for our present troubles is currently knocked out in the med base, so shouldn't be a worry for at least a few days.
Dwayne
Thanks,
smiles. Dwayne smiles and looks at Constanza. A free punching bag. Isn't that nice? Constanza smirks. Evil smirk. Says nothing. Alright.
I wouldn't go that far yet, but
Leave the
let's
med
just
bay
say
door
he's got
unlocked.
you do. I lock it.
Alright.
So I'm a good doctor.
Yes, good doctor, yes?
Actually, we know locking the door in hospital would be a horrible idea.
You have a drive too, right, Sunstorm?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it would be 6 days total to Aspia. And then another 6 days to Etstagune. Alright.
Can I get my cutting tools now?
No, you're still passed out right now. It hasn't been a very long amount of time. Only about maybe half an hour at most. So the Sultan is currently heading outwards towards the gravity well. Nobody explicitly mentioned that they want to stop anywhere, but nobody's really giving you any hard positives on that they want to stop and grab something. But in general, the crew is definitely giving off a vibe of like they're not too happy about being pulled off planet so quickly.
All right. I'm just gonna go over the map again, just to get a feel for it before we actually make the jump.
So as you look at the rudders, they're dated about 7 years ago. This would appear to be one of the first few people that made this jump that were able to chart this course. Since not a terrible lot of people jump this course, it's obviously not a well-known rudder, much like this constellation, Dulavi, Momolodulus, Sotelo, etc. So you're expecting some difficulty, and you do get reminded that drill spike jumps are very dangerous, and there have been many people probably at one point as much as half of the ships that made spike jumps were never found again. So, now that that's on your mind, so it'll be 6 hours until the edge of the gravity well. Does anybody do anything that is not currently incredibly inebriated?
I'm sleeping and healing.
Sleeping and healing. Alright.
I'm keeping an eye on Dash.
Alrighty.
Medbay door's locked.
Morius, and... well, that's it. What are you doing, Morius? Just gonna...
Just play with my things. Contemplate,
Okay.
like, just fidget with my thing, the railgun.
Yes, fidget with a railgun. Fantastic.
Does it mean I'm gonna shoot it? Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you'll just hang out in the cargo bay. You see Timothy leaning up against the newly acquired cargo. There's clearly a dent in it and some scratches, but it is otherwise unopened, and Liskay is just on the ground sleeping with several empty bottles of alcohol around him. He's a big boy. Alrighty. I don't think there will be much of anything going on during this voyage. As far as I'm aware, there's no interdictions. So you guys aren't going to get suddenly pulled out of drill space and start getting shot at or something. So in the course over 6 days with a TL4 medical facility, everybody should get up to full health.
Even me?
Even you!
Wow.
So
Still in the box, though.
for the sake of the adventure, you guys can act as if you were at full health, albeit probably still dinged up and in general pain, throughout the rest of the voyage. But yeah, So, Timothy, when the ship finally makes it to the edge of the gravity well, and there's about a half hour's worth of preparation for the jump, you wake up to the sound of the ship shaking.
Sweet. By the way, do I level up to level 2 now?
Yes, everybody leveled up to 2.
Some of us are 3 by now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was already level 2.
Aha. You should
So
be level 3.
3?
Yep.
Alright, well I'm 1 at the moment, I'll change it later.
Leveling up for doing nothing. Yay.
Yeah.
Yep, for being not here. Awesome.
Well, I
What-
also
what-
need to, find ways to throw harder shit at you guys.
What's the, so you get 2 skill points or something, don't you?
You'll have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, I'll level up later, it doesn't matter right now. Okay, cool, I'm gonna stagger out of my quarters and go looking for a maintenance crew in the cargo hold.
You stumble around and you see Morius tinkering away at the railgun that you discovered earlier.
Hello!
Finally woke up.
Yep. Yeah, I have a great idea.
Let me think. No.
I haven't told you what the great idea is.
You clearly tried to open the box.
I don't know
Discreetly.
what you're talking about.
And I pointed the big dent in the side of the box.
That could have gotten there.
And also the fact that I was in the cargo bay when you tried to.
And presumably a broken finger.
Alright, fair enough. Come on, we should know what's in the box. We should know what's in the box. What if it's enough money to never have to do anything ever again?
Wow, in the moment we switch systems, the money's not even worth anymore. Yep.
It was,
And so-
just an example. What if it's a bomb? Tick tick.
Man, you wouldn't try to open it.
Maybe we're in the middle of delivering a war crimes box to a planet, and it's gonna blow up and destroy the planet and us. Then you don't know because you don't know what's in the box. So let's open the box.
Sure, go ahead.
Excellent.
The railgun stays with me though.
Fine. I'm gonna ask various crew in the cargo bay if anyone has got some cutting tools.
There are no other people in the cargo bay right now.
Fuck's
It's
sake.
just you two.
I'm gonna go to engineering. Engine room.
Okay. You start climbing up the ladder. You make it to the main hallway that runs down the entire length of the ship. You find the engineering bay, which is typically just a lot of the engine components that run the spike drive. So you pop in, and the first person you find is Astein.
Hello.
Hello, can
Ah,
I help you?
yes, I require a blowtorch.
He raises an eyebrow. What are you blowtorching?
I'm gonna make a pretty steel cutout
From what steel?
from the locker in my room.
That's not your locker. That's
It is now.
no, that belongs to the captain.
Ah,
It's not yours to just tear open with a blowtorch.
come
How would
on.
you
I'm
how
just
would
I'm
you
just
feel if I walked into your bedroom and I cut up your blanket
it's
to
my
make myself a sweater?
Oh, come on, it's my room. So what if I make
No,
a little
it's not. It's not even
Christmas
your
tree
room,
out of
Edmon.
some stainless steel?
It's not even your room.
If you can't tell, I don't actually want the blowtorch for that.
Well, it was getting a little dubious. What do you want the blowtorch for?
I can't tell you. Take the
Why
hint
not?
and give me the blowtorch.
No. He seems quite stubborn in his answer,
Oh.
and rather appalled that you won't tell him what you're trying to open.
Fine. In the cargo bay, there is a box. And no one knows what's in the box.
Okay.
And so my concern is that we might be ferrying a bomb somewhere, since the person who asked us to deliver the box is shady as fuck. So I'm going to cut a hole in the box and find out what's in it.
So, the fact that it could be a device that could be detonated, and you want to take a heated cutting tool to it,
Yeah, I've done this before.
I don't believe you. He puts his hands together.
Come on, I was in the military. I know how to cut a box open.
With a blowtorch
Yeah,
that
with a
may have
blowtorch.
explosives.
Oh, come on, it's not going to be conventional explosives. Let's face it. Plus, anyway, if it was, it would have gone off when I kicked it.
Ease, sir. Another engineer comes out from underneath some piping. What are you two squabbling about?
Well, go on then, Smash. You tell me how to get in the box.
I don't want to get in the box. We might as well be transporting somebody's mail. Can't just go through it.
I'm pretty sure we can cut a hole in the joints of the box.
The older-looking man that came out from underneath some machinery perks up. Hey, we don't open cargo on this ship.
Fine. I'm gonna leave engineering.
Alright. They just kind of watch you leave. You hear from behind you, like, what the hell's up with him? And that's all you hear before the door closes behind you.
Cool. I'm gonna wait until the middle of the night and I'm gonna come back and take the blowtorch.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Also, it is currently, we'll go with day shift right now, so you still have some time to wait.
Excellent. I'm gonna go back into my room and think about glittering prizes in steel cases.
As soon as you hit the bed with the entire weight of your body, the ship makes the jump. Anybody else gonna do some interesting things at this moment?
Does the universe taste purple?
It tastes like a burnt hamburger.
You think that after the jump there would be a spike in role-playing?
I'm
Ah.
I'm closing the box that Dash is in. After poking some air holes in it.
Perfect. I don't know how you poke those holes in, but we'll do like little surgical tubes out the side or something. You know?
Yeah,
With a scalpel.
He
Yeah,
used
there
the
you go.
blowtorch.
Just found this laying around. Somebody could do some real damage with this. Just throw it.
If I found the blow... Wait, no, I was about to say something.
No, you did not find the blowtorch.
I was gonna say if I did, I'd give Dash an extra dose of sedatives and then leave the blowtorch in the box. With
There
Dash.
you go.
Actually, that would be a horrible idea. But not as bad if one is giving one to Timothy.
Okay, it is night shift. Sunstorm, roll me a 1d2.
So can I do something?
Yes, go for it.
I'm gonna go lock Timothy's door.
Why? You have no reason to do that.
Press
Would-
X to doubt.
And also, if you think that flimsy bunk room door is going to keep me in that room, you've got another thing
Yo,
coming.
remember, this is a spaceship.
Okay. So,
These are both heads.
Sam, you are not currently on this shift at the pilot helm. Dwayne is. So you are off resting or doing whatever relaxing thing that you probably do in your off time.
Would Macarius or Ician, whatever, would they have reported back to me or Dwayne about that little incident?
Huh. So if they were really amazing people, they would have.
Right.
So let me roll something.
A roll for competent crew.
You have not received any reports.
Okay.
Ha! Something finally goes my way.
But you're still locked in the room.
So, Morius, having
Mhm.
a possible suspicion that Mr. Lesquet is up to something shady, I assume, because he is acting a little shady. If you want to lock him into his room, you're going to have to do something about the electronic lock on it.
I think I have a focus and hacker then.
So how are you going to attempt to hack this door locked?
Think about it very carefully.
Yep. So what kind of door is it?
So it's a sliding metal door with magnetic locks. You're pretty much unfamiliar with it otherwise, in terms of the engineering behind it. You don't know things like whether or not it could form a perfect seal, for example. Or if these magnetic locks are like basic doorknob locks, or if they are equivalent to a vault where you have the pins that push out of all sides of the door.
Is there an access panel?
There are multiple around the ship.
I mean, for this door in particular.
This door in particular. Yes, there is.
I'm gonna use my meta tool. Remove the access panel
Okay.
and just. Well, am I able to?
Do I hear anything?
Give me a...
I'm just sitting in my room right now, biding my time.
Thought you'd be asleep.
twiddling your thumbs in an evil
Well, no,
way.
it's the day, isn't it? I'm gonna go back in the
No,
night.
just hit
No, it's the night.
It is now night shift, yes.
Oh, in that case, I should be getting ready to leave my room.
You're getting ready. You are awake, I will give you that. So you two are going to give a competing check. Morius, give me a sneak check with dexterity, and Timothy, give me a notice check with wisdom.
I really should have done that level up. Oh well.
Wah, wah.
Oh, there's a double 6.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, you have no notice other than your own childish giggling. Alright, so you remove the access panel. You attach your meta tool to a couple of the main, how do I want to put them? Basically, they're like Ethernet cords. Let's just go with that. So you're able to get into some sort of data stream. So go ahead and give me a program intelligence check. Let me figure out what the DC should be. So there's a PDF for the Game Master screen, but the first 4 pages are the side with all the artwork on it, which is really weird. Alright, ship combat, that's not
Well, that
what
would
I
be what the
want.
players would be seeing if it were a game in person, I think.
Yeah. Alright. You are unsuccessful. You feel like you almost had it. You're looking through a lot of spaghetti code. You have a determination that maybe this ship is held together with spit and glue, including the coding, and you are unsuccessful in attempting to subvert the system that you have no access to.
Well,
How long is it until it's sufficiently evening for me to leave my room and enact my master plan?
When do you stop giggling?
I don't know. Should I roll to stop giggling?
I'm just gonna put back everything the way it was and go back to the cargo bay.
Okay.
I'm gonna just sit up. Does Teddy have a compad?
Yeah. Everybody has a compad in general.
I'm gonna send a text to Teddy and Sam,
Alright.
letting them know about the. Actually, no, to everyone but Timothy. I can find.
Mhm.
Letting them know that do not let Timothy open the box.
Okay.
Do I see this?
What are you doing?
Well, I
I
see
just-
it because I don't have my own compad. I have the one that was loaned to me from Freeman.
Well, he would have. I'm assuming
So
Morius would have known which contact was yours.
Oh, we forgot all about it, but I still have that compad and never gave it back.
Yes, so he has a spare compad from the ship itself.
Oh, you're not gonna stop me, boys. I'm gonna leave my room immediately on seeing the
Well, no.
text.
No, Morius said he's sending it to specific people. He's not just sending an all call and blocking you out of it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Does
they
he?
were-
Does he know to send? Does he know that I don't have my own compad?
Presumably, yes.
Presumably not, actually. The only people that Timothy has talked to on the compad that he currently has is, I believe it was Dwayne and Sam.
Sam
So
was
basi-
during when we were in the truck,
Yeah, exactly.
which I was right next to him.
So when it comes to available contacts that are being routed through the ship's communication systems, you do notice that one of them is unnamed. So Morius, give me a no intelligence check. And this will be, if you can remember. So there are 3 names and an unknown, unnamed connection. Well, it's known but an unnamed connection, I should just say. So 4 connections total that you are unsure about, if they are people of the ship and what their position is.
But there are others that I know and have names.
Yes.
I want to send them to everyone that has a name.
That you recognize?
Yep.
Okay. So, Timothy, unfortunately, you do not get the message.
Does Freeman?
Freeman does. You are a name that he recognizes.
Excellent. That's the pad I've got.
No.
that is
Freeman,
not
no,
that is
your,
not your that is not the pad you got.
No.
You got a pad.
A pad.
Yes,
He sent it to mine. My
The-
personal compad.
The ship has spare compads, and you borrowed one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Would have been great, but he rolled just high enough.
Do I have remote systems access?
For what?
A number of different administrative things, like
Locks.
doors, among other things. Like being able to remotely lock down sections of the ship in case of like depressurization, for instance.
No, mostly because there's always a pilot on duty.
Okay.
Just fuck redundancy.
Constanza sends you a message. It says, since you're probably already awake from the rude interruption, I want to let you know that there was a little blip on our security systems.
What kind of blip? I'll just send that back.
Some kind of forced entry into one of the locks. Don't have much else other than that.
Which lock?
She gives you the number for the room that Edmon is currently, Timothy is currently staying in.
Alright, then I'm gonna go down there and investigate.
Alright. Timothy,
Yes.
you stop giggling.
Excellent. I'm going to leave my room and head to engineering.
Okay. So, you exit your room, sliding door opens, sliding door closes. You start heading down the main hallway, and you make it to the rear of the ship where engineering is.
I'm going to start looking for that blowtorch.
Alright, how are you entering the room?
I'm just going to open the door.
Okay. So you just open the door. You don't notice anybody inside yet, but this is a very large facility of the ship. The spike drive is not a small piece of equipment. So if you give me a... We'll go with either a work intelligence or a no intelligence check. Or a fix intelligence check. Whatever you can justify out of those 3 that fit your character the best.
Work, no, or fix.
Whatever
Somehow
his
I highly doubt
intelligence
fix
be.
is one of them.
Well, they're all, because I'm still only level 1, so they're all awful for me. So I'm gonna go with a work check because it most suits. Because a military man
Taxes.
would do hard work, so we're gonna go with strength work. 'Cause that's the kind
You
of
said work
engineering.
intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Sorry.
Yeah, this is gonna be intelligence, yeah. You just start pulling open drawers, looking through them. You can't find shit. Find a lot of screwdrivers, but that's about it.
I'm not going to give up. I'm
All right,
determined now.
You keep searching around. Sam, you make your way to Timothy's door. Nothing looks amiss. It's closed.
I'm gonna be polite and knock.
There is no answer.
And then I'm just gonna open the door because it's my ship.
You open the door because it's your ship and it's an empty room. It smells like somebody was giggling in there.
Wait, what? Smells like someone was giggling. Does giggling have a smell? I mean, I
It
hope
doesn't.
not.
It's a joke.
Giggling.
Well,
Descente
I
au
mean,
parfum
Timothy
pauvre
needs-
la
yeah,
masculine.
I mean, Timothy probably needs to brush his fucking teeth, yeah, but...
Do I
Smells like-
recognize the smell?
It smells like alcohol.
That's
Giggling
more
doesn't
realistic.
smell. Alcohol does.
That's what the smell of giggling is. Alcoholism.
I'm gonna head towards the there's an obvious path, is there? The smell of alcohol.
No.
You're
No.
not a fucking
You're not a-
bloodhound.
I know, but
No, it's been a few hours. He's sobered up at least a little bit.
Moderately.
Marius, what did you asked if Teddy had a compad, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you ask or talk to Teddy about?
First message was the one I sent to mostly everyone about not letting Timothy open the box.
Yep.
Second one was him to meet me in the cargo bay.
All right.
and I'm gonna go down to the cargo bay since I'm already up.
So you go down to the cargo bay and you see Morius and Teddy currently talking, or just starting talking. What is it you want? It's a bit early in the morning. It's not even my shift yet.
Well, kind of sorry to disturb you. Didn't really want to have to do this. Well, you got my message. You know what I want. Not letting Timothy open the box. He's already tried.
Yeah.
And you know that's all we got.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he wants to use it to open the box.
Does he even know how to use it?
Probably not, which is what scares me, partly.
Well, Teddy rubs his eyes. Why don't you just take out the firing mechanism and I'll take it back with me and you can let me get some sleep.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Teddy sits down on the floor. I ain't doing the work.
No, I'm the one who called you here. I'll do it.
Sam, you start coming down one of the ladders. You notice that the almost flawless crate that Mr. Smiles' associates gave you now has some flaws in it.
Ah, what the hell?
Some clear blood spots on it too.
That's not gonna buff out. What happened?
It'll be pretty
Teddy looks-
obvious by the message I sent you.
Where is he? He's not in his room.
I try to keep him in his room. Or
Oh, so
now
that was you.
he's off somewhere, probably looking for something to open the box with. He mentioned a blowtorch.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Not gonna let you catch me that easily.
But he's probably off somewhere looking for something to open the box with. And I'm pretty sure he explored the idea of using this here piece of engineering.
Ah, that becomes the red herring now, doesn't it? Because I did try to use the railgun.
That is true. He opened the box, but he couldn't read the manual. It was like in 3 languages.
Teddy, I'm only gonna warn you once. Keep a lock on that thing.
I'm taking the firing mechanism with me, and I'm gonna go cuddle it up while I fall asleep.
I'm sure you will.
Timothy, give me a notice wisdom check.
While this all is going on, I'm just going to prepare a couple of syringes of sedatives. And just set them aside.
You there, Dash?
Yes.
You haven't opened your eyes yet, but you try to get up, and your head hits something hard above you.
Do I hear this, like, any clang from that?
Give me a notice wisdom check as well.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, character sheet. Notice wisdom?
Yep.
No mod?
Nope. Yeah, you heard it pretty clearly.
Okay.
Thunk.
Thud. Yep.
I go unlock the box. But not the
To clarify,
box.
which box am I in? Am I
You're not
the
in
steel
the
box?
cargo box.
Okay.
You're not in the cargo box. You're in a different box.
Yes, you are in a coffin-shaped, but not an actual coffin, spare
Nah, it's a
cargo
coffin.
box. It is not a coffin.
Yet.
There is no morgue on this ship,
Yet.
except the airlock.
That'll do. Okay, I open the coffin.
Dash, you see the lights of the med bay shining above you. There's Freeman, staring down at you.
Probably holding a syringe of sedatives, though
Yep.
not with the intent to use them yet.
I just look at him like, well, if this is the pearly gates, I'm fucking getting screwed here.
As much as the rest of the guys want to believe, you're not dead yet.
I sit up like vampire-like. Where the fuck are we?
We're on the ship,
No shit. Where is the ship?
in space.
Thank you for the most descriptive answers possible.
You have as
Why aren't
much
I
of an
dead?
idea as I do.
You probably
Why am
do
I
more
not
though
dead?
than him.
Yes, but I'm lying to him.
Oof.
Why am I not dead?
Good question.
Why did everybody jump in the sewer and leave me to die?
Well, based on the fact that you're here, they didn't leave you to die. Though,
Hmm.
I have a feeling from how they've acted as of late, it was a consideration they made.
So why aren't we on the planet anymore?
Among other things, you kind of expedited the situation of getting off planet, as it were.
Lovely, it was a shithole. I'm climbing out of the box.
You are in pain.
I'm sure I am.
Do not get up. Doctor's orders.
Do I have to stay in a box?
I'll have to
Alright,
ask the
getting out of
captain.
box.
It'll be decided in the future whether or not you get out of the box, because currently the entire crew is mad at you.
Timothy, go ahead and give me a notice wisdom check.
Oh, the voice crack. No.
My balls are dropping, guys!
Dun dun dun.
Timothy, you turn around and you see the lead engineer, Ernst, looking right at you.
Hello.
Can I help you, strange man, as you go through my tools, ruining their careful order?
Sure, if you know where the blowtorch is.
I do know where the blowtorch is. You can't have it.
Ah, what a shame. How about you just give it to me anyway? Because I'm
He-
going to say please, and I'm going to bend something very metal, probably one of his tools.
He just sighs as you bend his 30 millimeter. I don't know where I'm going with that. You bend one of his screwdrivers, and he just kind of sighs.
And bends it back.
Yeah, I'll bend it back again. Like I don't want to ruin your screwdriver, so I'll just. There we go. See, it was a nice screwdriver. Tuck it in his pocket.
Now I have less of a reason to give you a blowtorch. You'll bend that and blow up half the ship.
Look, I promise I know how to use a blowtorch.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're not gonna use the blowtorch for something dumb. I only got a warning about it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Put my hand on his shoulder. No, you didn't.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. Yes, I did, friend.
Squeeze his shoulder. No, you didn't. I was never here.
He squeezes back. He looks at you with very tired eyes. Don't think that I haven't done something to young whippersnappers such as yourself that think that they can take on somebody that had to stand the heat of these spike drives for the last 50 years. I have so much radiation in me right now, boy. I can't feel your head.
I just knock him out.
Okay, give me a This would be a surprise. Give me a. So this is not a punch skill check. This is going to be your punch attack, and you're going to have a -4 modifier. You go for the punch, and he sees it coming, and he just grabs your fist mid-uppercut, pushes it back down against your will, pulls you close by the collar of your shirt. One last chance. Get out of my engineering room, or I'll stuff you in this machine. We'll see how many miles you get at it. We get out of you.
Does he? Because I have special unarmed combat talent. Does he resist the shock damage?
You're not sure.
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure. But he stopped your fist. Not many people have been able to stop your fist, Timothy.
True. But I could force the next attack through. And I am an asshole.
That's true.
I'm going to roll again and I'm going to force it through.
Roll initiative. All right.
Oh, yes.
You go to start, you're pulling your fist back for another attack. However, this old man's a bit quick on his feet. He beat you with an 18.
Ooh.
How?
By the way,
it's 1d8.
No, it's a D20.
Roll
It's a
for
1d8.
initiative.
Oh,
The wrong
1d8.
thing.
Yeah, it's not 5th edition.
There's no way he stops me. I got a perfect roll.
Near perfect.
He does beat you.
I see how this is going.
He beat you by 1.
Admin abuse.
Admin abuse.
DM abuse.
I noticed you didn't roll his initiative in the window here.
No, of course not. I don't want to show you his fucking bonuses. Goodness.
Fine, I'm going. I'll get the hint.
He doesn't get to punch you now. Alright, you leave amicably.
I wouldn't have hurt him anyway.
Are attacks
as
of
you
opportunity
say-
not a thing?
as you say you were going to knock him out, you
Yeah.
wouldn't hurt him anyways.
No, just knock him out.
Hippo.
We know lasting
No,
damage.
He's not going to take an attack of opportunity because he wants him out, not dead.
Well, dead is out.
No, he still has to drag him out.
Okay, fair.
You hear some muttering behind you, but it sounds like old man garble. So you walk out, door closes behind you.
Ah, the people on this ship. Right, change of plan. I'm going to the armory.
Alright, you start making your way to the armory. Back in the cargo bay, you inspect the damage on the container, Sam, and you notice that there is various... What did you hit it with? You tried kicking it, punching it.
I punched it, then I kicked it. Then I
Yep.
took a monkey wrench and I smashed it on the side.
Alright, so yeah, wherever there isn't blood and a sizable dent, there is another sizable dent and much more what looks like metal on metal contact. You know, paint scraping, trading paint, stuff like that. Jagged edges where something was struck. There's also a monkey wrench on the ground next to it. Very big one.
Teddy, you got a rag or something? Need to clean this blood off.
Teddy comes up to you in his pajamas. No.
You know where one might be?
He just kind of sleepily looks around the room, trots off, grabs something from some spare part junk drawer or whatever, comes over with a chamois cloth that you've used with your hover bike.
Okay. I'm just gonna take it and try to clean the cargo container off as much as I can.
Alright, it's simple enough. The blood is already caked on by now that it just kind of chips off with slight amount of effort. You can't do anything about the paint though, same with the dents.
Alright. Marius,
Yep,
you mind waiting here with me?
absolutely not.
Good. Teddy, feel free to go back to bed.
With the firing mechanism for the railgun.
Teddy comes over to Morius, picks up the firing mechanism, which is about the size of a card battery, shoves it under his shoulder, dons, and shuffles off to bed, climbing up the ladder one-handed, but that's nothing new. Timothy, you find the armory.
Excellent. With my military background, I go through and start looking for things that I can use to break open the box, either like armor-piercing kind of rifle, anti-tank rifle, or some door-breaching charges or something like that.
So given that this is a predominantly some sort of trading/smuggling vessel, you don't seem to find anything that would suggest that it has any sort of breaching properties. There are clearly lockers that are, they're not named or anything, but as far as you're aware, they are filled with enough materials to survive depressurization and repel onboard attackers.
Yes, because demolition charges in spaceships are such a good idea.
Fantastic idea.
They're a great idea. What about, are there any of those magjet rifles? Those are pretty good for piercing things.
The
Mag rifles?
Yeah, them.
What kind of rifles do you have on the ship, Sunstone?
Actually, it should just be most standard combat rifles.
All right. So there are combat rifles inside the lockers, as far as the manifests are concerned, but there are no laser or mag rifles.
Oh my god.
I think the only ones on the ship are mines and Sam's.
Excellent.
Dashes, I just have a pistol.
Mind. Oh, sorry, what's the Sam again?
Wait, who's...
What's a what?
Sam is the captain of the ship.
Ah.
Sam is Sunstorm. Sunstorm's character.
I thought you said mines and SAMs. I was like, why are there mines and anti-air missiles?
No.
Wait a minute.
Mutiny, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What? What weapons does this freighter have again?
Combat rifles.
More conventional weapons.
No, the actual ship weapons.
You mean the ones mounted on the hull?
Yes, those ones.
Outside.
You're not entirely sure.
They've got to have ammunition, right? Big, powerful ammunition.
Oh my god, no.
I'm gonna take a rifle, because I know that if you shoot big, powerful ammunition with a rifle, it explodes.
The lockers are locked.
I'll kick one of the lockers open.
Give me a punch skill check.
You know, the vacuum's made to resist vacuum and explosive decompression.
Alright.
Yeah, my foot doesn't care.
You brace yourself with your hands against the row of lockers. You crank your foot back and ram it right into the bottom of the locker. You can tell from the ensuing pain you are going to take a point of damage, which will get healed, so don't worry about it. Unless you guys break out into a fight and kill Timothy or something. So other than the excruciating pain that went through your foot, you have a realization that these lockers are probably designed with something along the lines of anti-riot, maybe? But you are able to kick the bottom part open.
Sweet, I'm gonna just tease a rifle out of the bottom by grabbing the butt and dragging it through the hole I've just created.
So you grab the butt of something, but not a rifle, because you have the floor beneath you. You can't pull the rifle out without it suddenly becoming wet spaghetti and bending to your will. You are able to get a pistol out, though.
That'll do.
Standard handgun.
Excellent.
Projectile round, combustion, etc.
Perfect. Now what I'll do is with my foot, I'll just use pressure to bend the now bent metal back into place. Since
Give
it's...
me...
go
give me
ahead.
a punch strength check again.
Any bonus for this one since I already bent it, so I'm bending it back. That's usually easier.
It's an awkward angle, so no.
Sweet!
You are unsuccessful.
What?
It's almost like you just barely passed in the first one.
Oh well, whatever. I'll find something in the room to put in front of the locker.
So you bend it back in like a really shitty, obvious way, and there's a cardboard box nearby.
Alright,
Stick it in
excellent.
front. Yeah, there you go. That'll
Perfect.
hide it.
I'm going to leave with my ill-gotten handgun. And I'm going to
Alright.
retire to my quarters for the night while I work out my next move on the next day. After all, I've got 6 days.
Okay, you're back in your room. Sam and Morius, you guys are in the cargo bay.
I'm gonna send a message to Morius asking any updates.
Well, he hasn't come back to the cargo bay yet.
I don't know whether that's a. I reply. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but what regardless, I have prepared at least 2 syringes of sedatives.
Sam, you get a message from Uritz in engineering saying that that fucking fool was in engineering bent one of his precious screwdrivers, but in parentheses he said that he bent it back perfectly, with several question marks afterwards, saying he was being a little shit and left not too long ago.
Oh no.
Ertz continues to ramble on, saying how this generation is a bunch of entitled fucks, and he showed him what for. And we'll show him what for again next time.
Good man. I'll avenge your screwdriver collection.
I didn't. I bent the screwdriver back perfectly with my freakish strength. It's fine. By the way, I'm gonna
You messed with a man's livelihood.
I'm gonna hide my handgun in my pillowcase, military style.
Okie dokie.
Nobody fucking does that.
Everyone does that. Come on.
I am a gun-owning American veteran. I don't even fucking do that.
No, you keep a 45 in your desk drawer.
You don't.
No, it's in a biometric lockbox next to my bed.
You don't. You didn't have a handgun in the military, did you, Meg?
Yeah, of course. I had a M9, I had an M4,
Yeah.
and then my vehicle weapon was a Mark 19.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Anyway,
not an enemy. Oh, whatever. Story for later.
I'm sleeping off my drunkenness in my room, so you guys can just carry on.
I'm going to. I'm going to take one of my syringes of sedatives and go to Timothy's room.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
I mean, Ertz was able to take him on. I don't know if you can with sedatives.
Okay,
You know,
I turn around.
people who have spent all of their life in the military are very twitchy sleepers. I mean, if you want to take the
This is
chance,
true.
the guy that has a handgun under his pillow, you go for it.
Sam and Morius,
Mm-hmm.
are you two gonna do anything?
I'm gonna motion for Morius to follow me, and then does the cargo bay would have like compartments to not the cargo bay itself, but the ship would have like compartments to seal in case of depressurization, right?
Yeah, there are various bulkheads throughout. Some of them are automatic, naturally for depressurization. There's a rapid drop; they'll self-seal.
Okay. I'm gonna seal the cargo bay, and then I'm gonna tell Dwayne just to nothing, that there's no problem. I just want to do it for security reasons.
All right, you access the control panel. The pretty much one of the only entrances. Actually, there are two entrances, so you just seal them both off. You activate the airlock, overrides, and just the doors are sealed completely.
He was just in engineering. Come on, we gotta look for him.
Okay.
I meet them at the top of. I meet them
I am-
outside the cargo bay.
Bringing and readying my mag rifle.
It's a
I'm taking.
pretty extreme reaction, considering.
I'm taking both of my syringes of sedatives. I'm gonna turn to Dash.
I mean, I just tried to drunkenly open the box, and then I tried to drunkenly get something to open the box.
You're not fucking still drunk at this point.
He's still pretty drunk.
Okay.
Not
Let's
so
see.
drunk that like he's stumbling or anything, obviously, but he's definitely not sober.
But he's capable of this sort of thought.
Yeah, you'll find that drinking does, in fact, aid this thought process.
Drunken actions are sober thoughts.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn to Dash and say, what's it called? Yeah, we've got an issue with Timothy at the moment.
I'm assuming I'm still in the box.
Yes, you are still in the box. It's open, but you're still in the box.
Can I get out of the box?
Everything hurts.
I just want to get out of the box.
Stay in the box.
It's small
Doctor's orders.
and coffin-like. It smells of pine.
I show him one of my syringes of sedatives.
So, that just means I can snap longer.
Yes, in the box.
Let me out of the box!
No.
Fine. Go deal with Big, Dumb, and Stupid.
Unless you want to help.
Well, that's rich coming from you, Mr. Shoot the Police Officer. Has everyone forgotten that?
Neither of you can hear each other.
No, but I'm just making the point since everyone can hear me, even though no one has had any contact with me.
This is just called out of character talking and banter.
Yes. Okay. I take both of the syringes of sedatives. I cap them and then just like keep them on my belt. And
Alrighty.
then I go to meet Sam and Morius. Oh, and I grab my
There.
revolver.
After he leaves the room and he's a significant distance from the door to hear anything, I'm getting the fuck out of the box.
You're in a lot of pain.
I'm just getting out of the box. I'm moving to a different bed. I want out of the box.
Okay. Give me a physical saving throw.
I'm gonna fucking fall and break myself.
Ah!
No, I'm okay.
Do I
You've
hear...
you open your eyes and realize that the floor is just as good of a bed as any.
Do I hear any sort of falling sound?
Oh. I didn't scroll down and I just saw it.
No, he waited until you were a considerable distance away.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that in a bit.
That's what we call a special kind of stupid.
Here when you talk.
But I'm not broken.
Eh,
I'm just on the floor.
you're...
You took a point of damage. Like, it'll probably get healed unless you get into combat, so don't worry about it.
So I go meet up with Sam and Morius.
Alright, the three of you meet up outside Timothy's assigned dormitory.
As Morius readies the rifle, I tell him, just put that away.
I turn to... I speak kind of softly. Which one of us is going to be taking point, as it were?
Just let me talk to him.
I hand Sam one of the syringes, just in case. I've
That's
got
a
one as
syringe.
well. A syringe of sedatives. With sedatives in it. If you need to knock him out, you know what to do.
Alright, thank you.
I
I'm just
love
gonna-
I love the idea of you winning a physical hand-to-hand fight with me with a syringe.
Well, yes, 3-1.
Wow.
No. I'm telling them both to stay back.
Okay.
You knock or enter?
I'm going to knock.
Alright, you hear rapping at the door. Timothy.
Cool. I'm gonna go answer the door.
Alright. You open the door and there's Sam.
Hey, what's up?
So I heard you like property damage.
Oh, I just wanted to know what was in the box.
Look, this is my ship, and that is cargo that I am carrying. It is not mine. It does not belong to me, nor does it belong to you. And
Well,
I
I
am
wasn't gonna
liable for
nick
any-
it. I just wanted to know what was in it. That was all.
Look, that's sort of our thing here. We don't know what we're transporting. It's easier for everyone involved. Please, just leave the cargo alone.
Okay.
All right?
I wasn't gonna do anything else anyway. I mean, I couldn't get the cutting torch.
And another thing. Don't assault my crew.
I didn't.
I know what you did.
Yeah, I bent a screwdriver and then I bent it back again.
I know you threw a punch and missed.
What?
You think we don't talk here? He wasn't He wasn't happy about that screwdriver, by the way.
Oh well.
He sounded more upset about the screwdriver than the punch. Even though it was perfectly bent back, you just don't touch a man's livelihood like that.
Will there be anything else?
I don't believe so. Don't touch my cargo,
Alright.
and there will be no trouble.
You want
In
to know
that
what's in
case-
the box, though, don't you? I can
No.
tell.
What's your name again? I don't think we've actually been introduced before.
It's Timothy Lesquet.
Sam Knight.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. And I shut the door.
Door shuts. I need to take a piss. I'll be right back. 10-minute break, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
Artwork
guys do? Go
montage.
miles both ways uphill in the snow to the bathroom?
No, I think he's going to piss and then talk to other people for a bit.
Look at you, all of you desperately trying to stop me.
By the way, another person who is thoroughly enjoying this is Red Skull from 1TR.
Oh, really? He's watching these?
No, I'm just updating him on Steam. I also told them the story of Dash's escapades. If that's the right word. Yeah, Dash's.
I maintain I am the most exciting person in this game.
Are
Exciting,
you sure? I've been
maybe.
working hard these past 2-3 episodes.
Oh, because I haven't been here.
Yes,
I was busy.
and look where it's gotten the party.
What's in the box?
Not Dash.
You have my
Anymore.
my pinky swear that I'm not going to try and get into the box with the handgun I took.
Well, we can't return that because you're on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
Also, isn't your pinky broken from punching the box?
That too.
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I took a point of damage, but it was healed.
Well, not yet. You sleep it off. You haven't slept yet. Wait.
Yeah, I slept once.
Whatever. You might heal the point of damage, but you'll still have a broken finger.
I'm a very robust individual.
That's one way of putting it. Okay.
Both have different opinions.
Yes. Constitution is
You're back.
very high. Intelligence, not so much.
Bullets still don't care about Constitution.
Eh.
Especially if I'm the one using the bullets. Because sniper focus.
That will definitely help you in the tight corridors of a ship.
I just realized there was a typo on that.
One little problem with that ability.
Mm-hmm.
My melee attacks count as tier 4 melee weapons.
Tier 4 or tech level 4?
Tech level 4, yeah.
So in some world, your hands are illegal.
Yeah.
Edmon has to disarm by removing his arms.
That can be arranged.
Yes, it can.
That's all right.
Got that fucker, Jesus Christ.
When I
I've been
get around
flying
to,
around since the beginning of the session. I just fucking got him.
was it a mosquito?
Oh yeah, he's fucking dead.
It was a mosquito.
Yeah.
I just fucking I hate the noise they make.
Yes, I hate that. And everything else about them.
Like it's dark in my room in the room right now, and the contrast from the screen just makes like this small fucking mosquito flying in front of my screen, and since the UI is like completely white, it's annoying.
What's it called? This picture. A Coca-Cola 15-pack. 3 more cans and then 12-pack.
If someone can link me to the manual, I can do my leveling up to level 3.
Okie dokie.
Can TL4 weapons damage? Is there something I'm missing here? Can they damage power armor or something?
TL4 weapons, yeah.
Yeah. TL4 weapons can. Basically, power armor is essentially impervious to TL3 weaponry or lower, with some exceptions. I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore a machine gun or a rocket launcher. Those are both TL3.
Or sniper rifle.
Yeah, so we could even house rule that sniper rifles could do damage to power armor as well. Which I'm thinking of doing because it makes sense. Yeah, power armor is pretty serious stuff. It's just good luck maintaining and powering it.
For the level, explain this again. It's page 56 on that link.
Yeah, let me take a look again.
60 if you in the bar at the top, but 56 in the PDF itself.
My fists don't care about your power armor.
But can you hit me?
Hit me! Hit me!
Hippo,
Yes.
would you say execution attacks also apply to non-sniper rifles? If I
Yes.
set up the shot? Okay, good.
Yeah, so execution attacks.
I mean, they require the setup, but if it's
Yeah.
complete, then you.
There's a section on them.
Page 52.
Yeah.
So-
combat complication and maneuvers.
We're doing the re-rolling hit points thing, right?
So
So for level 3, I would roll 3d6 and then add my modifiers.
36
Yes.
plus 6 as a warrior at level 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be 3d6 plus 9 for me because I get a bonus hit point for one of my skills.
What's the plus derived from?
Constitution
Constitution
modifier.
modifier.
And level. And I'm not sure if Constitution modifier also count for it. Yeah, no,
I think it does. No, yeah.
So mine's 3d6 minus 1 then.
no, it cannot.
No.
I don't think it can be a -1.
Well,
No, it can't be.
I think it... Oh.
So just 3d6.
36 plus your level.
Oh, -1 counts, but it can't lower your result below 1.
Yeah.
So 3d6 plus 2 then would be it. Counting in the Constitution's -1.
Yes, that sounds well. Plus, you're an expert, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you get a different value for increasing your health. Hold on.
Do you have partial warrior? Mag,
What? No.
you don't have more partial, okay. Number of 6-sided dice equal to their immune level, adding the Constitution modifier to each one.
Yep, there is no level thing unless you're a warrior. Warriors.
To each one.
Yeah, warriors and adventurers with
Okay,
partial
no.
warrior class get a further 2 hit points each time they advance a level. So Edmund would not only get his Constitution modifier per level, but he also gets +2 per level.
Yeah, that's why I've now got 19 hit points.
Yes.
So what am I rolling?
You would roll 3d6 plus your Constitution modifier times 3.
So -3?
A negative modifier, yeah, it would be. Otherwise, if you get lower, it's your current maximum hit points would just get increased by 1.
Yes, we get your unarmed combatant.
No, I'm trying to level it.
You might have to hit the little edit button in the top right.
So I got a 7.
Yep. What's your current right now?
7.
It goes up by 1. It'll go up by... Yeah, just +1. Here, do this for me first. Did you roll for level 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you're at 8 now.
Okay. And then what? I get 3 skill points, right?
As an expert, I believe.
3, yeah.
So, yeah. You'll have to look at the manual. I think there might be restrictions on where they can go. I think you get 2 that can go anywhere, and 1 that has to be non-combat.
And how do I level up the foci?
You're in
Take a
edit mode,
look here.
there's a number box next to the focus name itself, you just put it to 2.
Oh, okay. I'm saying though, does that count? So put it to 2 would cost 3 skill points, yes?
Your focus doesn't take skill points. Your skills take skill points.
Okay, how do I level foci? That was the question.
Well, you see in your foci portion of your character sheet.
Did you level it up at level 2?
No.
Okay. So, top right-hand
Oh, you
corner
don't
of your
have it.
character sheet, click the little pencil to edit. Yep. Looking at the wrong one. Right, you go down to where your focus is. So, like, if you want to level up Gunslinger, you just click the little arrow to bring it to 2.
I understand that. What does that take is the question.
You gain 1 at level 2. An additional...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's 2, 5...
7 and something else.
10.
Yeah.
You can either add an additional point to one you have, or pick a new one. But we will be getting started.
So just to let you know, for
Yes.
my level 2 foci improvement, I increased unarmed combatant to level 2.
Yep.
I increased my strength by 1 point for 1 skill point.
Yep.
Increased my punch ability to level 3 for 3 skill points.
Yep.
Increased my work by 1
Yep.
for 1 skill point.
Oh, you can increase your attributes.
Yes, you can.
And that leaves
Good
me
to
with 1 point, I believe, because it gets 6 total.
Yeah, you can just save it for later,
Yes.
if you wish.
I mean, like in your unused skill points, you can.
Yep, that's it. I'm happy.
Nice.
Alright. So, do you guys do anything else? on this ship now that Timothy has been reprimanded.
Come on, someone other than me's got to
I'm
be
gonna go
curious
back.
about the books.
I'm gonna go back to the med bay.
Freeman retreats to his medbay cave.
Dash is on the floor, correct?
Yes, he is on the floor.
Is he knocked out cold, or is he just in pain?
He's still lucid at the moment.
I'm gonna be nice and put him on the other bed, not back in the box.
Hooray!
Nice
Ow.
guy.
Well, you hear no complaints from Dash, for certain. Alright.
Is there a way I could turn an Atmo filter, kind of in a way, just into a retcon? Into some device that I could use to, like, turn sedatives into, like, a mist form so patients can inhale it if I don't want to have them inject it, like laughing gas?
I think you'd have a better chance with like a seltzer bottle.
Okay.
The Atmo filter is made to filter out.
Yeah,
Things.
fair. It wouldn't work the other way.
No, it doesn't work the other way around, otherwise it'd be terrible.
No. It's not like one of those old World. It's actually like a filter. It's not one of those old like First World War gas masks where you like hook it up to a can.
Fucking space, dude.
True.
Is Vidura night shift?
Look at your list one more time. I'm pretty much just kind of pulling these off of, yeah, Vidura's night shift.
Alright, I'm gonna send him a message and tell him to keep an eye on this guy.
Alright, he gives you a thumbs up emote.
And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Alright. Good amount of sleep. Night shift passes. It is now day shift. Dwayne and Sam, you two shift piloting the ship through drill space. Currently on the second day. Out of 6.
I am going to go for a walk.
Alright. Timothy takes a walk.
This because I know everyone's out to get me. This walk is just going to be a long loop around the ship.
Well, there's really only one hallway going back and forth along the spine of the ship, so it's a bit of a narrow loop, but you loop nonetheless.
Cool. And as I pass the ship's weapon magazines, I'm going to have a little look and see what they're like.
Give me a no intelligence check.
For once, can I please not be dumb?
You're not entirely sure that this ship even has weapons in the first place. It's not an uncommon thing for a ship to be unarmed. Scout ships can tend to have no weaponry sometimes, in order to make more room for sensors and stealth equipment.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find the ship's schematic somewhere.
Where would you look for that?
Well, normally you would look in engineering, but I get the feeling I wouldn't be welcome there, so I'm gonna go to the bridge.
Alright, you go to the bridge. Sam is at the helm. Couple of other people that you're not entirely familiar with. They're all kind of busy looking at their various consoles.
Hey guys.
Morning.
So, I'm kind of interested in this ship. Just like
Alright.
the design of it. I mean, I spent my entire life on my home planet before I got banished, and it's just kind of cool. Do you have any like pictures of the ship, or like, something like a kid might find out about the ship, like a Britannica of spaceships?
Pop-up book.
Yeah, something like that.
Scratch and
It's just
sniff.
I'm exceedingly bored, and this is what I came up with instead of trying to open your box. I thought I would learn about the ship.
Uh, I'm just gonna give the weirdest look I can to Constanza.
It's Avantika on day shift right now.
Oh,
Racist.
right, I forgot about that. Still, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Avantika just kind of gives you like a wide-eyed shrug, like she has no idea what's going on.
You want a picture of the ship?
Well, I mean, have you got a book on ships? I mean, that'll do. If it's this ship, that would be more interesting because we're on it. But I mean, some material on ships would be nice. I'm bored. Give me something to do.
Avantika perks up. You should have some sort of information repository on your compad.
Oh, really?
I believe so. You're using one from the ship, right?
I fiddle with the compad and see if I can bring up a schematic of the ship.
It's essentially like a basic encyclopedia. Not on the ship specifically, but it's a very basic encyclopedia that seems to get updated whenever there's some sort of connection to any sort of encyclopedic database.
Awesome. I'm going to go back to my room and read this.
I'm glad I could help, I guess. She looks back at you, Sam, shrugging again.
I don't know what his problem is.
I mean, being on a ship like this is very boring for people who aren't doing anything.
Yeah, typically people are asked to bring their own entertainment if they are to be a passenger, but that's assuming that the passengers weren't exiled from their homes.
Go find Morius. I'm sure he'll have something for you to do.
Excellent. Well, anyway, I'm out of here.
And Timothy leaves the bridge.
I'm going to go back to my room and see if I can dig up the dirt on ship weapon systems.
Oh boy. So you take a look through the encyclopedia. What are you looking for? Like, what would your search terms be?
Magazine.
You get the first option is a very basic article on magazines, the reading material. Typically how nowadays most magazines are typically just online tabloids.
Ship magazine.
You get a very stunted article on a magazine that you are slightly familiar with from Dulabi 7 that has to do with ships.
Cool. Does that magazine contain anything about this ship?
It doesn't have any issues of the magazine, just general information about the magazine.
Oh, for crying out loud. Typical ship weapon systems.
You get an article that displays a bunch of typical weaponry that can be found in this sector.
Excellent. Do I recognize any of it?
In the manual on page Let me tell you in a moment. If my PDF would work well here. Starship weaponry. So that is page 102 on the number on the page itself. That should just type in 102 in your reader or whatever. It'll be starship weaponry. If you scroll down, there's a list there. Omit anything that is tech level 5. You don't know those exist.
Okay.
Yep. And there's a list of possible ship weapons.
Would I have any idea as to if any of them would be fitted to this ship?
As a ground soldier, no. You're pretty certain that some of the larger weapons, based on some basic pictures that are posted, if there are any, they appear to be far too large to be on this ship, which is roughly a frigate class.
I'm gonna go and try and find a crew member.
Where are you gonna look for a crew member?
Just the whole way. Someone who looks unimportant.
Alright, you step out of your room and nearly trip into Teddy.
Hello, Teddy.
Hey, what's up?
So, like, you know I used to be a soldier, right?
I guess.
I always thought weapons are really cool.
Yeah, me too.
And I never got the chance to, like, look at any spaceship weapons because I was planet bound for my entire life. Like, does this ship have any cool weapons?
Oh, come with me.
I'm gonna go with him.
He seems rather excited, and he smells of burned electronics.
Awesome.
Alright. Teddy leads you into a rather cramped bay, and it is just filled with various components laying about here and there. And he sits down in a chair facing you. Watch this. Pushes a button on a chair, and an entire heads-up display just pops down from the ceiling, surrounds his head, and from what you can see on the opposite side is a holographic image of a targeting reticule and what looks to be stars against a black backdrop.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, plasma beam.
Plasma beam, that's like so what, that's like a plasma rifle? Like a big energy weapon?
Oh, it's big. It hits like a truck.
Wow, that's pretty cool for a ship this small.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised when I first heard about it, but hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, doesn't that put like a massive strain on the engine, or does it like use some sort of plasma shell propellant thing so that it's not so much stress?
Oh no, it just draws directly from the spike drive. It's fine.
Damn, because the plasma rifles we had, they used little cartridges and propellants and stuff to get the jet out the end.
Well, I suppose if we could stick spike drives on everybody's backsides, I think that would solve the problem, but we would have far more casualties.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was stupid of me. I get that a lot.
It's fine. There's also a clumsy little Reaper battery as well.
A Reaper battery. That sounds
Yeah.
A bit grim.
It's it's kind of standard on some fighter classes and stuff, but it's not as fun.
Oh wow. Yeah, I took an interest because I'm bored. This journey's boring.
Well, if you want, I can pop open this baby and I can show you what I've been working on.
Oh, please do.
He hops out of the chair, his head passing right through the hologram targeting reticule. As soon as he leaves the chair, there's like a sort of error message comes up, and you can read it from behind since it's hologram. It just says that weapon has been completely deactivated since there's nobody in the seat or in any control of the plasma beam whatsoever. He just yanks off this panel off the wall, and all these wires just come spilling out. He just instinctively holds a hand out, grabs them as just imagine like if you dumped a bowl of spaghetti and you're trying to catch the noodles with your hands. That's what he's doing. So he starts fiddling around with all these really thick wires, pulls one up, and he just haphazardly just yanks it apart. Starts fiddling with things. You have no idea if he's going to electrocute himself or something, or blow up the ship or whatever. You say you take this particular power coupling, you put it against the heat dissipation emitters that line the outside of the ship. This allows for the plasma cannon to retain its shape after multiple rounds of firing. I've been able to fiddle with it so that if you put a sort of intermittent resistor on it, you're able to fluctuate the amount of energy that's going through, causing a very interesting pattern of heat dissipation.
Ow,
and he just
ow,
goes
ow.
on and on and on.
Can you make an exert check?
Give me a mental saving throw.
Yes.
His enthusiasm for his craft is far too much for you.
I have to go. I need the toilet all of a sudden. Yeah.
All right,
It's fascinating though. I'll come back, definitely. I make those like hand gestures of someone who's never coming back.
He says something like along the lines of like, yeah, and keeps blabbering. You leave the room.
Fuck. No conventional weapons, no missiles, no torpedoes. Bollocks.
Nope, sorry. You got the one ship with only laser weaponry.
I'm gonna retire back to my room until I come up with my next cunning plan.
Alright, any other actions for the day?
Surprisingly, no. We're just waiting for Timothy's next action.
Just keeping an eye on Dash.
How you feeling, Dash?
I'm asleep.
Sleep. Alright.
I'm actually gonna hang with Sam. Well, kind of. He's piloting the ship. I'm just gonna be around.
Well, I mean, you could be on the bridge. It's not like piloting through drill space is this cataclysmic event.
It's not Warhammer.
Not yet.
Once my shift is over, I'm gonna visit the med bay.
Alright.
I'm tagging along.
Alright, so your shift's over and you two visit the medbay.
Hello.
Hey Doc, how's it doing?
He's doing well. He tried to get out of the box earlier and fell flat in his face.
Dash, you are in a lot of pain.
I'm in a lot of pain.
I give him some pain meds.
Is he awake?
He just said he was in a lot of pain.
Okay.
Okay, I give him some, like, morphine, or whatever the equivalent is.
Morphine.
It's,
Space morphine.
Damn it, you ruined my joke. Alright.
Say the joke.
No, it's too late now.
Say the joke.
Nope.
No. Blame Dash.
Blame Dash. God damn it, Dash. I had to get shot by fucking cops that you shot at.
Alright,
So what's up?
I need to talk to him.
Alright.
So,
Loose.
if you're gonna say something, go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
So, if I had it my way, I would have left you there. God damn.
This is not Burger King. You can't have it your way. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's a phone call. That was the entire crux of the thing. It's gonna be me ranting at him for 5 minutes.
Wait, he's even unconscious now.
So I just go on, just rambling, and then eventually I realize he's fallen asleep. Right?
Are you still there, Meg?
He's taking a phone call.
Oh, did I miss that?
Back.
No,
No, he's back.
What's it
No,
called?
I just came back. I had to mute for a minute.
Hey Sam. Hey Sam.
Yeah.
Can you give me a hand? And well, first I take a look. I give Dash a little bit of the sedative, just enough to put him asleep for the night. And then, as soon as those take effect, I just point to Sam and point to Dash's legs, and I go by his shoulders. On 3,
Wait, what are we doing?
we're putting him in the box.
Warriors. I'm not a strong man.
Okay. Why are we putting him in the box again?
Because he... Okay, I told him we'd have a vote about it. We're gonna have a vote. Who votes we put him in the box for the rest of the jump, and who votes we don't? All in favor of the box.
Why do you want to put him in the box? What can he possibly do in his state?
Okay.
Cue the Always Sunny music right there.
Okay, and copyright check. Yeah.
Not long enough,
Okay.
I hope.
No.
That's what she said.
Oh, baby.
A triple.
So is he sedated?
Yes.
I'm just gonna slap him. Try to slap him awake.
He's sedated.
Do you have
care.
adrenaline? Do you have adrenaline?
Oh god, are we gonna recreate Pulp Fiction?
No, not yet. But I probably do, and I should start bringing some along.
You have a drug that can wake people up out of the sedative. It is essentially the antidote to the sedative. Mag, you take a point of system strain.
What, for him getting woken up?
Yeah, when you pump people full of chemicals, the body tends to react.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
just from the sedative? Wait, just from the sedative or from the waking up?
You didn't give him
Drug.
the adrenaline, the space
Yeah.
adrenaline. I just asked if he had some.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I thought you were
haven't
waking
given
him
it
up.
to him. No, we haven't. We woke him up earlier. Sam
Well,
tried to,
without
but
medication.
yes. But now you're on medication to sleep.
So
And
the sedative's fine. It's more of this would be a repercussion for rapidly pumping somebody full of drugs.
Okay.
But Dash is currently sedated for whatever reason now. Just as Sam was going to talk to him.
Sam already did talk to him.
Oh, that's right. It was the fast forward. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't actually get to say what I wanted to say because IRL stuff, but...
How about we just restart from that point?
Okay.
Because I think things hit stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things kind of hit stupid.
When did they not?
Okay, 3,
Let's
2,
do
1.
that over
Yeah.
again.
3, 2, 1. Action.
At least mine stupidity has a narrative. But anyway, carry on.
Okay. Dash. Does he wake you up? As much as I would like to just leave you in the next system to your own devices, I need your help.
Oh boy.
After the
Do I get to shoot the squiz?
Not
Maybe.
yet.
If it keeps going, maybe. But after the stuff in Dulabi, we haven't been able to turn a profit since, and I lost most of the company's assets, bar what we have on the ship. So I need you to get me a job.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh,
I
I'm
believe
sure I can work something out.
I believe you mean get us a job.
I just glare at him.
Well, it's more I'm getting a job and I'm subcontracting for you for a fee.
Right. Just to, well, I think after the last day or two, the actions of the last 2 days might be best to waive that subcontracting fee, at least for this job. Right?
We'll see what we can get, ultimately, is what it's going to come down to. It's like if it's like going to the grocery store and picking something up, I mean, that's not going to do anything for anybody.
No.
What's the situation on Dulabi now, just out of curiosity?
Everything is on fire.
Oh.
You guys haven't received any news about Dulabi during your tenure, very short tenure on Hession.
Well, when we left, everything was on fire, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Or was it Hession that everything was on fire? Or both?
I mean, I have a stash of some things on Dulabi if we really needed it. But
I think
if
at
we
this
can find a
point,
job elsewhere, then so be it.
I think at this point, at least half the crew is persona non grata on
Oh, it makes it more
Dulabi.
fun.
No.
Doc, please.
Okay.
Have you ever been outside the constellation? Dash.
The constellation refers to the 6 planets, Dulabi, Mumulatus, Sotelo, all the way up to Hession, that are within close proximity to each other on the map. Yep, Etstagoon is the new planet that you guys just got a map for.
Yes, I have.
You ever been to this place called Eztagun?
Yeah, once or twice. And if you're about to ask if I caused any trouble, no, I did not.
It was a long time ago, though.
Yes.
I don't remember if it was trouble.
Might have been a woman or two. I don't know.
Okay. That's our next move.
And her name was Lisquiz.
Oh boy. Alright. Don't screw this up. And I'm just gonna walk out.
So, Dash, from what you remember from Etstagoon from a long time ago, as I look at my notes here, you know that the planet does have some components on it that are important for various medical industries. You're not entirely sure about their use, though. You're not a medical anything. Oh, I'm gonna eat a piece of tuna real quick. Okay. Let's see. There were some drastic changes under the local economy when you were last there. There was a lack of basic goods and things like that, hyperinflation, etc., etc. And let's go with taxation is incredibly high. Those are the big things that you remembered.
Okay.
Just to give you some ideas to stew around for later.
So the hot ticket item is medical.
Yeah, that's the main legitimate cargo that you're aware of. Now, that doesn't mean you can't get illegitimate versions of it or something.
Okay.
Ooh, medical supplies.
Yeah, just something to kind of kick around. All right. Anything else for this day / night?
Dun it.
No.
Dun it. Yes, I'm gonna go for a wander.
All right. You go for a wander.
I'm gonna wander to the cargo bay.
So you go over to the doors and they don't open automatically.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
It does not budge.
I am going to get my comp pad, and I am going to enter the search terms. Open secure door.
Open what door?
Like cargo bay door.
Secure.
Secure door.
Sorry, I did not find result for spaghetti.
So, you look around. You find a couple of articles that pertain to various, sort of like maybe strongbox doors, vault doors, etc., etc. There's also ceiling doors, blast doors, airlock doors, and anything on how to open them. Typically, it says to refer to the owner's manual. That type of inference might... What you infer from that is different locks on different ships could have vastly different mechanisms.
Okay. I have an idea.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go back to see the guy who was very enthusiastic about his weapons.
All right, you can go find Teddy.
Yep.
All right. You go back to the room where he enthusiastically showed you the targeting system for the plasma cannon. You knock on the door, I assume.
Knock knock.
You hear an fuck, and quiet rustling and shuffling. Something fell over. It sounded like a hollow can or something. Teddy opens up the door. He is dressed in pajamas with little bananas on them.
That's awesome.
And he's incredibly sleepy looking. What is it?
I have a problem.
Okay.
So you remember the last couple of days I was incredibly drunk?
Maybe?
Yeah, see, I left my booze in the cargo bay, but for some reason the door is locked. I'll give you a couple of cans if I can get back in there to get my booze.
He just kind of thinks, looks around kind of sleepily.
Come on, what's an evening without a few drinks?
I don't know why the cargo bay's locked.
No, I don't know either, but I know my booze is in there.
Yeah, there's a possibility it got launched out into space if the cargo bay's locked.
You gotta be kidding me.
Those are airlocks.
Wait, so they jettisoned the contents of the cargo bay into space?
Well, most of everything in there is secured in case of depressurization. Your booze probably wasn't locked down, though.
Alright, thank you.
He closes the door, and you hear some more shuffling and what sounds like a middle-aged man tripping. You hear an shit, and then a little bit more rustling, and then nothing.
Well, fuck.
Burp.
I'm gonna go back to my room.
Think of
Gonna
another
go
plan.
sulk.
Don't think that this is over, and I shake my fist.
All right, dawn of the third day. Almost halfway through your journey.
Okay. I got my data
All right.
pad. I got my encyclopedia ship,
Got your mousetrap ready.
and I'm gonna enter the search terms.
Okay.
Magnetic spacesuit.
You are brought up a pretty detailed explanation of a void suit.
Awesome. Does this ship have one?
It suggests that most ships, if they know what's good for them, has one.
Excellent. I'm gonna key in some terms like locations of emergency depressurization suits, etc.
It says that there is one in every personal quarters, and there are plenty more in the armory.
Sweet, there's one in here. I'm gonna find it.
All right. Where are you gonna look?
I'm gonna look for some sort of obvious in case of emergency sign somewhere in the room.
Aha! It's on your closet.
Sweet.
It says contains vac suit void suit in case of exposure to outside.
Excellent. I'm gonna put that on.
All right. Very snugly fitting, and it takes a lot of effort to get inside of it, but it does conform to your body shape very well. You have to basically wear nothing but like regular clothes underneath. And yeah, it feels like it's very thin. Like you don't really feel you're wearing much more than like a wetsuit or something. But yeah, everything's there. There's oxygen breathing equipment. Although compact and small, it appears to be relatively reliable. You're not familiar how much oxygen you have, but as far as you can tell, you have a complete sealed suit.
Excellent. Can I search for typical duration of emergency void suit?
So there is like a little pamphlet. There is a very, very big box on it with very colorful letters that say, "Do not exit the ship during a drill." During a drill. The amount of radiation that is produced when you are outside of a ship during drill, it will kill you probably within 10 minutes.
That's extremely generous.
Yeah, actually, I watched somebody's campaign, and their android took about like half their health in radiation damage, and that was just a small leak in the hull.
Okay, I'm gonna take the suit off for now, but I think that this could work.
You were onto something, and you could risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I totally will, but I'm gonna have to bide my time until the ship is out of drill. Because I get the feeling that if they've vented the cargo bay, then they've left the outer airlock open.
Thank you for not taking the risk. I didn't want to have to look up the damage. I just know it's a lot.
Or roll a new character.
Yeah, that'd be an insta wipe.
Yeah.
Sir, one of the airlocks opened. Fuck.
As you were saying, Sunstorm?
Did I actually depressurize the cargo bay? I thought I just locked the door.
No, you just locked
You
it.
just locked it.
Yeah, you just locked it.
You haven't voided it.
Both
yet.
entrances.
Well, wait a minute, but then my booze should have still been in there.
You don't know that.
Don't you talk to me about things you shouldn't know, you lot.
Edmon, stop
You're the king
metagaming.
of not knowing.
Hey, I'm trying to play along, alright?
Let me put it another way. I don't think you locked the outer door to the cargo bay.
I don't think he had to.
Well,
I think
he never
that's-
thought that he had to, but evidently
prob-
he does.
It's more than likely an automated thing that, like, whenever you enter drill, you auto-lock the outer doors.
Sealed, but probably not locked.
Well, sealed. Okay. Answer. Continue.
Any other shenanigans for Sunstorm's day shift of day 3 flying?
You never knew just how creative I was going to get with trying to get into that room and opening that box.
I'm excited.
I'm
I'm
going-
gonna see who's gonna die in a fucking vacuum of space.
I'm gonna check on Dash. See if he's good.
There's Dash on the table, looking up at the ceiling. He's in pain.
I'm in pain. I'm in danger.
Maybe.
Please no.
We're all in danger if the cheese fucking opens the door.
You don't know that.
I also lock the medbay door.
No, you don't.
I do.
I didn't give you access to it.
There's
Pretty
no
much
sort
only
of. There's no handle on there, is it? Is there?
No, they're all future sliding doors.
Okay.
The spacesuit idea is my backup plan, by the way. I haven't given up figuring out other things for the rest of the days.
I message Sam. Can I please lock the medbay door?
Why do you want to lock the door?
Because you're a homicidal maniac that shoots at police officers randomly.
Are any of you cops? No. You got
Also-
nothing to worry about.
Also, Edmund, keep in mind I'm also in. I would be locking myself in the medbay with a homicidal maniac.
I never said you were bright.
You don't have any proof otherwise.
You're in a lot of pain.
Just a all lowercase. No.
I just send him a glaring face back.
No
Okay.
reply.
Alright, I just do some reading. Just medical books.
Medical space books
Still books.
on a tablet.
Still a book.
90% videos.
I find the other 10% that are books.
Alright, anybody else got any shenanigans for day shift?
Nope.
I'm gonna go to Timothy's room
Alright, door's closed.
and knock.
There's no answer.
Wait, I'm there.
Wait, no, there is.
There is an
There's
answer.
no
I'm
answer
there.
yet. Sorry. I'm imagining Timothy on the outside of the ship, turning into bacon.
I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
Like a
Alright,
giant
you hear
microwave.
you hear a knock on the door, Timothy.
Okay, I'll open the door.
There's Morius.
Hello! What can I do for you on this long, boring journey through space?
Nothing much, actually. It was just checking up on you.
I want my booze. It's in the
You had booze?
It's in the cargo bay. Yeah, of course I had booze. I've been
Oh, right,
plastered the last 2 days.
How if you're booze in their cargo bay? You have backup booze?
I don't. And
Oh.
someone's locked the cargo bay for some reason.
Yep.
Don't suppose you think there's any way I can get in there to get my booze, do you?
Nope. And if I knew how to open it, to be frank, I don't think I would. For very
Well-
obvious reasons.
Well, I can't
So what
open.
you been up
I
to?
can't open the box if I don't have any tools with which to open the box. So I mean, there's nothing I could really do in there, is there, apart from get me drink? And anyway, I already said that I'm not going to try and open it anymore. I haven't done anything.
Yeah, but what have you been up to the past few days instead?
Oh, boy, wow! In my search for
I
entertainment,
mean, you heard I heard you wanted to know about the spaceship.
Yes, and I spoke to a man who was very, very interesting. He
No, Teddy.
he spoke at great length. Yeah. I decided that perhaps that's not the kind of entertainment I need in my life.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He's special.
Bit like that Dash guy. So I hear
He's a different kind of special.
he kicked off that whole, that whole farcross by randomly shooting a cop.
Oh yeah, and I saved his ass with my own, pretty much literally by falling down a manhole with it on top of me.
Or at least me like being curious about the contents of the box makes rational sense. Who the hell just randomly shoots a cop on an alien planet?
Go figure.
So anyway, yeah, I'm very, very exceedingly bored.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to your bargain.
What else do you do on this ship for entertainment? You don't open mystery boxes full of unknown goodies, and you can't drink your booze.
Well, you're in the military. You should find something to do. You can probably ask Sam if he has a box of crayons. Right.
It's almost like,
And with it, I'm just gonna leave.
yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Alright, day shift passes. Night shift, third day.
I'm gonna go back to engineering.
What are you gonna do in engineering?
Is anyone there?
How do you approach engineering?
Let's just
You're at the door.
just open the door very normally.
So you look around. There doesn't appear to be anybody in this front portion, but you are not so dumb anymore, and there might be somebody in the back.
Cool. I'm gonna go and just look around. Not open anything or touch anything, but just look at the engine. I'm gonna just walk around looking at the engine as I walk around.
It is an unfathomably complicated machine before you that makes strange noises, produces strange smells, and you're quite likely that if you stand in front of it for too long, you might not be able to have children. That's not actually true, just...
I'm gonna point at the engine and I'm gonna say loudly, "Hey, how does this work?"
You hear some ruffling behind you, and Ertz's head pops out. You want to know how a spike drive engine works?
Yeah, well, there's nothing else to do on this stupid ship, so yeah, why not? It seems interesting.
Mental safe.
Ertz walks up to you and he's polishing some unknown part in his hands with a chamois cloth. Why?
What do you mean, why?
To be honest, I sometimes wonder if even I know how it works.
Well, it's that complicated?
So few planets can actually make these, or have the materials to make them.
Damn.
Usually half my job, I feel like I'm just slamming two things together and hoping they actually work.
Do you have, like, any manuals about the engine or something?
He thinks for a moment, disappears, and then comes back with this cube.
It's a cube.
It's a cube, yes. This is a compacted hard drive. I believe there is the manuals. The think it was 3 yottabytes.
Wow, that's very impressive sounding.
Just dust it off before you use it.
Excellent.
He
Does
hands
this
you the cube. It's
so
heavy.
I take it this has all the information about like how the engine fits into everything else and all that kind of thing?
I would assume so.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna have a look at this just out of interest. Thanks.
Don't lose it.
I won't.
I only got 3 more back here. God forbid I lose one. You
Okay.
detect a hint of sarcasm in his voice. He disappears behind the various strange components of glowing spaceness.
Cool. I'm gonna take the cube back to my room.
Yep.
I'm gonna open up the schematic for the engine room. And I'm gonna look for drive plate repair tools.
Wait, what? Repair tools?
Drive plate.
Drive plate repair tools, like the metal casing that surrounds engines. That may
Oh,
or may
didn't
not
know
need to
these
be
words.
welded.
You're basically talking about like the outer machine chassis.
Yes.
Alright, so you open it up. There is a table of contents that is probably several hundred gigabytes itself. You start thumbing through, if we put thumbing through in quotations here, through the data, and it's hopelessly complicated.
Okay, let's search for cutting tool capable of cutting through engine material.
Alright, you start searching for terms along those lines. You get several passages that detail cutting of common replacement parts that can be found throughout the ship, including their locations. Some interesting things that you learned is that there are several appliances in the cantina that could double as various thermal regulators, or even some of the more complicated chipsets that are used for a lot of the processors that handle the mathematics. But as far as you can tell, the only information you can glean is that the outer chassis casing is some sort of polyvinyl material.
Hot hippos indisposed.
I mean, I'm trying to make sure my ship doesn't get blown up.
I have a feeling these things, once put together and put into production, they aren't meant to be taken offline and or apart.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, sorry about that. It was just some background noise I wanted to keep out. That was the end of it.
Am I able to in any way discern where the cutting tools might be kept in the engineering room?
Give me a give me a this would be an administer intelligence check.
Administer. Huh.
Ooh.
First time someone rolls that, and there it is.
Nope. Just the structure of this massive document contained on this massive external storage device eludes you completely, and you find yourself having to rely heavily on the search function, and you're just never quite finding out the information that you need to know, despite the amount of information provided.
God damn it. Okay, change of plan. Let's go back to the engine room schematic, the picture, because I like pictures.
There are many schematics, but you find one that you think you are satisfied with.
Okay. Now, do any of the things on the schematic look like they would be storage lockers for sizable tools?
As far as you're aware, the schematic only really details the engine itself within the confines of the room.
Ah.
You are, after all, holding the manual to the engine itself.
Ah, this was a bad idea.
Give me a mental saving throw. You have a headache.
Fuck, I'm gonna go sleep it off.
All right. Dawn of the fourth day. Morning shift.
I check on Dash.
Dash, you're in
Pain.
moderate pain.
I'm in moderate pain.
You feel like you could walk, though.
I'm gonna get yelled at by the fucking doctor if I try to put feet on the ground because he thinks I'm a homicidal maniac.
Fair enough.
I want to see this.
Hide your scalpels, hide your syringes, I'm standing up.
You
Grab
stand,
syringe.
and you know there's pain in your step, but you're fine. You're relatively ambulatory, albeit slow.
I'm impressed.
Can I go for a light stroll?
You feel confident enough to do so.
Alright. I'm gonna just start strolling around the ship.
Alright.
All right.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go back to engineering.
All right. You re-enter engineering.
Bringing the cube with me.
All right. You brought the cube back. When you enter the room, you notice instead of Uritz, you find Astein.
Hello.
Hello.
I borrowed this because I was very interested in what you guys do here in engineering.
Oh, hey, I was looking for that. He takes it from you,
Mind if I just
puts it down.
take a seat and watch? Because this is a very boring journey, and I just thought it might be interesting to watch you guys work.
He raises an eyebrow. Are you that bored?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why don't you just, like, go masturbate furiously in your room or something?
Yeah, I've been after 4 days. My wrist is agony.
Huh.
And plus, anyway, I'm very interested in, and I just regurgitate some complicated nonsense that I read, that I vaguely remember reading about the engine.
Give me a no intelligence check.
Oh, come on, I can vaguely remember something.
I mean, it's not that you're not going to remember something, it's just if you're going to remember to say it right. Okay. He looks at you and he goes, I'm impressed. Yeah, let me tell you about the non-relativistic properties of spike drives. And he starts with the invention of the spike drive.
Okay, I'm just, I'm more of a physical, and dexterity kind of a guy. I'm more of a doing things with my hands rather than a a learning type. I just kind of want to know about the kind of physical work that you do here. That's just what what I'm interested in. Because hey,
Your wrist is in such agony.
I see. Okay.
because I might have to do something a little bit different to make the old credits in the future, and it could be this.
Yeah, switch hands.
Well, before you're ever able to even touch one of these spike drives, you need to go through about 5 years of spike drive training on a planet that can actually manufacture them. So by the time you go through the 5 years of training, you're given a probationary period where you work on system ships, which actually don't have spike drives. They tend to have little wannabe drives, and he goes on and on. Finally getting to the meat of the question about 10 minutes later. So the job only really requires you to lift about maybe 10 pounds at most.
Oh, really? £10? Like what? Some sort of tools or something?
If that.
Like so. And I'll just point in two random directions. So I might like carry some big cutting torch or something from say over there to over there.
Well, if it's too big, we could always just reverse the gravity in this particular room or section of the ship if we don't have that fine of a control.
Oh, that's clever. Can you show me that? Like, show me how you'd move some big heavy tools around.
I can't really do it right now. Gotta clear it with the captain first. Typically, these type of things can screw around with certain systems. Not that it's dangerous or anything, but Constanza would kill me. Yeah, let's just put it that way.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'll wait. I got nothing better to do. I'll just take a seat in the corner.
Well, I don't have anything that needs to be lifted. He kind of thinks for a moment. Guess I could always replace that coupling now. Huh. Ernst has been dragging his feet on it, and I think it's an important issue. Pulls up his compad. Sam, your comms console on your pilot display. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Lights up. It's from A-Stein.
I'll answer.
Hey, I want to get some gravity reversed here. I want to shut down this portion of the gravity. I'm just going to call it a gravity lens. Controlled in this part of the ship. I want to be able to detach a power coupling here. Shouldn't interrupt anything with our current course trajectory. You'll still have full control, yada yada yada. It's just a little rusty around the bolts, and that concerns me. It's also about 3 tons.
Ah. How many non-relevant systems are we going to be losing? Just out of curiosity.
I think the cantina will be powered down momentarily.
Okay.
I'm sure there'll be an uproar.
I'm sure. Go ahead.
Roll for uproar.
Meanwhile, I'm strolling into the canteen to get a drink.
Alright, so the call ends. A-Stein walks over to one of the main consoles in the engineering room and starts pawing away at various screens. From your sitting position, Timothy, you're not able to really follow his hand movements and what windows are popping up and being closed and what exactly he's doing. But after a while, you start to feel a slight change in how your body feels.
Awesome.
Hard to describe.
I'm going
Other
to sit there and watch diligently for where he's going to get any tools from.
Give me a mental saving throw.
Jesus.
This is going to be a good one. Same for you, Dash. So,
oh, man.
you just are overcome with this feeling of falling. Same for you, Dash. You're either you're probably both sitting, and despite sitting, you feel like you're free falling, like terminal velocity, no wind. Just the feeling of all of your organs are trying to catch up with the rest of your body as you're being pulled down towards something, and you just start like any person that finds themselves falling without any sort of mental preparation. You just drop whatever you're holding, if it's a drink, and just try to grab. In your haste, in attempting to grab something, you disrupt the very delicate balance that you might have had in this absence of gravity, and you just start spinning in place. The chairs from underneath you fall out and just like start slowly drifting out from underneath you as you just spin on an axis. Dash, the drink you are holding, just water doesn't spill out of it. It just comes out in this amorphous ball. It takes you
Doctor gave me some good shit.
yeah, it takes you a couple minutes to realize that this is what extremely low gravity feels like. because none of you have actually, well, maybe with the exception of Dash, but on maybe like one occasion, you're not very familiar with 0G.
Wow, this is interesting.
Astein looks over at you and goes, "Yeah, it takes a bit getting used to," as he just floats effortlessly across, grabbing some tools that are clearly like you thought they were part of the machinery before, but they are massive and very heavy, and just effortlessly lifts them up, using his hands and legs to spider along various tubes, wires, and stuff, and just makes his way over to the power coupling, and with loud screeching metal on metal sounds, detaches the power coupling, pushes it aside effortlessly, pulls in a spare one that looks brand spanking new, that must have been right out of the box, waiting to get installed, and over the course of the next hour, he carefully reinstalls it.
Sweet. And when he's reinstalling it, does he weld it into position?
No.
Bollocks.
It would appear that this is the type of part that can be replaced without welding, a sort of interchangeability.
But I do quite clearly see where he's getting the tools from, right?
Yeah, this was kind of haphazardly leaning against a bunch of other, what appears to be engine components. Not that it's like in danger of clogging something up or something dumb, but you would never have noticed that it was a tool in the first place. Just this big, bulky machine. And when he actually started using it, drill bits or screwdriver bits of some sort with massive torque behind them were utilized. So he finishes his job, comes over, back to the console, again goes through a series of windows, menus, etc., reinstates the gravity lens, and very, very slowly, gravity starts returning to this section of the ship. So you're not just suddenly lurched to the ground, but very slowly you approach the floor, and you're able to regain a sort of footing and stand back up. Same with you, Dash.
Dash is up for a phone call.
Yeah, I know. You might still hear, though,
That
for whatever reason.
well, that was very interesting. You know, I'm surprised you didn't have to like weld that back into position.
Well, a lot of these parts need to be made to be interchangeable. You know, if you're light years away from the nearest service station, I guess, you sometimes have to make do if a certain thing blows and you don't have the foresight to have spares of it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you probably saw that in the manual. You should know that we could use one of the ovens as a thermal regulator.
Yeah, it was something about the canteen or something, and you could use something similar.
Sorry, repeat that.
So there was something there about hot pockets.
Not the hot pockets, no.
Not you, Lemon.
Put the hot pockets above.
But the hot pockets, Lemon. You want to go to bed soon?
What the
Wow,
hell?
this is adorable. But anyway,
Alright, go ahead and repeat that, Edmon.
I said, yeah, I heard you could use some of the stuff in the canteen as an oven, even.
And the thermal regulator, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, that.
As an oven. Yeah, you can use the oven as an oven.
Use the oven as an oven.
He gives you a sort of blank expression, then just smiles. Yes, of course.
See, I'm not that dumb.
He seems to believe you, as far as you can tell. Things got kind of awkward in the awkwardly quiet in the engine room. So I hope you learned something. I guess 0G
Yeah.
work is important. You know, keeps
That
us
was
from getting lost in this radioactive hellhole of a dimension, I suppose.
yeah, that was very interesting. Anyway, I have to go back to my room, so I will catch you later.
All right. Don't let it get too red.
I won't.
Alright, you leave engineering.
Fuck's sake. This was my best plan yet.
Not bad. It's not bad. Alright, any other shenanigans for day 4? Alright, I take that as a no. I am going to cut it 11 minutes early tonight,
That's
guys.
okay.
Thank you,
Days of
whoever is
shenanigans left. Oh boy.
1.5. To the audience, thank you for watching. This has been Edmon attempting to open a box.
You could cut me some slack on this. Jesus, how many more creative attempts do I have to come up
They're
with?
very creative. Trust me, a lot of these are going in different ways, and I've had to think on my feet. However, I think my counter reasoning has been rather sound.
Ah, if only he had used the blowtorch, then I could have seen exactly where it was.
And the thing is, it's not a day and a half left. It's like
2.5.
8 days.
Well, 2.5 to this next system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't worry.
Then another 6.5.
Yeah, because this is just refuel. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, this is just like a refuel and supply stop.
But you have a
Quite
week
nice.
to prepare for that.
Don't worry about the refueling. It's not as if anyone's going to go on a magnetic boot jolly on the outside of the ship.
While we refuel, it puts the whole ship on lockdown.
You'll see the
Alright,
depth
guys.
of my problem-solving creativity next session. Don't you worry.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fucking great. All just to find out what's in that box.
Yep.
Oh man, and now I think half of 1TR is actually interested in finding out what's in the box too.
Yes, I've been
Good.
communicating with Red Skull this entire time.
I'll
I've
get
been
the.
communicating with Red Skull. He's been passing it on, and
I'll
I think they're loving it.
I'll stop
Yeah,
the
we've been
recording
getting
for now.
messages too.
So
Alrighty.
goodbye everybody. I hope you enjoyed
Goodbye.
Edmund's box opening adventure. And
Bye,
join
love
us
you,
next
you.
week for more box
Part
opening
2.
fun.
Wait, before we go.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.